All right, if you guys are looking at sending in any GSA coins, most commonly they tend to be these Carson City Morgan dollars, which is what I have here. I'm looking at getting this one sent in to one of the grading companies. Typically I use PCGS for about everything. However, I'm contemplating going with one of the other grading companies for this GSA Morgan. And the reasoning why, as you can see, they will grade these GSA coins in these GSA holders and then just put labels on them. So we'll take a look at the three main grading companies here. I have PCGS, NGC, and Annex. We'll look at all three of them, what the biggest differences are, and if you're trying to decide which one you might want to go with, hopefully this video will help you out. So the biggest obvious difference that you can see with the PCGS holder is that they actually put it in another plastic holder. So they put that GCS holder into another larger plastic holder, as you can see. So a lot of people aren't going to like that right off the bat. It does not or no longer fits inside of, the box that comes with these Carson City GSAs. So it'll no longer fit in the box. Some people may like it just because they're going to feel like it preserves, the original GSA case, which I could kind of argue with this one. This one's in pristine condition for the most part. It's not really scuffed up much at all. So the case itself is nice. If I really wanted to try to preserve that case, maybe I'd consider putting it in one of these PCGS graded holders. As far as the grading itself goes, I'm sure you guys are mostly kind of familiar with that. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I use PCGS for virtually everything. I like their grading service. One huge downside, I feel like, when it comes to the grading, I don't know if I'd say this is a huge downside, but it is a downside in my opinion, is that PCGS doesn't really give out the stars. They give out pluses. I don't understand, I guess I should say, their reasoning behind giving out pluses. I see so many 64 pluses, there's nothing special about it. They'll just give something that's, I guess, not quite meeting a 65, but better than a 64 plus. I guess technically you could argue that's what it's for, but in my opinion, there should be a little something extra about it being a 64, like, toning, for example, or maybe that, the obverse is a 64 and the reverse is just absolutely perfect, and therefore they want to give it a 64 plus. To me, that makes kind of some sense. But I see so many just regular 64, in my opinion, 64 MS64 coins that they'll just put a plus on because it's not quite 65. And I don't know, I guess if that's how they want to do it, great. But to me, there should be something a little extra special probably about that coin. All right, so here's the PCGS, NGC graded GSA. You can see it fits in the case, so people are going to like that. They just put their sticker around the bottom. It does cover the very bottom portion. So as you can see on this one here, it says uncirculated silver dollar. It does cover the silver dollar. So, again, a little bit of a downside with that. Not all of these have the same insignia here. So some of them will just say silver dollar on them, as this one does, and that's simply because of the toning. So some of the Morgans that had a lot of toning on them, or if they were really scuffed up, they wouldn't put uncirculated at the top, and they would just say silver dollar. So in any case, those aren't all the same, but as you can see on this particular one, it does cover the portion where it says silver dollar on there. So some people, again, aren't possibly going to like that with the NGC graded option. But as I mentioned, I like the fact that if I send this in which I believe could get a 65 potentially. You guys can take a look and be the judge for yourselves, but I think this could get a 65. This is definitely no less than a 64. This is absolutely no less than a 64, and in my opinion, this should get like a 64 plus or a 65. The toning on this thing is just absolutely amazing, fully rainbow toned, hard to see with all the lighting I have going on and reflections in this room right now, but I think you guys kind of get the idea that it has some really nice full rainbow toning on it. So for that reason, I think most likely I'm going to go with NGC when I send in that coin for grading. All right, so let's take a look at the last one. This is Annex, and you can say they put safety labels on the top and the bottom. The top one has the grade on it. The bottom one just has Annex, and it's kind of that tamper-proof seal on there. And you can see that wraps around the back on both sides as well. So really a lot of these kind of come down to personal preference. This one, as you can see, is not going to cover the part where it says silver dollar. Okay. So, you know, if somebody is partial to that, then they may want to go with Annex if they don't want any of the insignia or, you know, stuff that's written on this covered up by any labels or anything like that. But again, Annex fits just fine because they are just stickers that they're placing on those holders. So in any case, mostly pretty simple video. I'm not talking a lot about the grading per se, just kind of what the various companies are doing as far as putting labels on these GSA Morgans. So, but hopefully that helps you guys out if you guys are considering sending in GSAs to any of the companies. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you feel like I provide any content that may be helpful for you in the future, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much.